This what real hustling look like.
Oh, yeah.
My dog ain't playing, man. We done set up the whole podcast situation outside, man. We doing it in nature, man. Shout out my brother Jordan, SKUT Smoke. You feel me? We at Smokey Mirror Podcast, man.
Yep.
And we about to get it in. This our third podcast interview together.
Third.
And I haven't.
If you include Hot Wheels.
Oh, yeah, true. Anyways, we about to get it going. Prayers up, blessings up.
My friends, welcome back to the Smokey Mirror Podcast, where we dive deep into the creative minds that are shaping our culture and inspiring us all. My name is Jordan Jones. I'm your host and fellow creator, and I'm on a mission to spread knowledge and inspiration to help people like you leave your mark on the world. From artists to musicians to entrepreneurs and more, join me as we explore the intentional act of creation and the forces that drive us to do God's work. Today, we are outside at the SKUT House. Make sure you check out www.skut.shop, the #1 up-and-coming streetwear brand. And of course, our sponsor, Earth Saliva, the #1 supplement brand, sponsoring the podcast. Make sure to check it out. Links in the description. Today, I have a very special episode. As you can see, we are outside at the SKUT House with my boy Jabez.
Right.
And we're recording outside. And if you see, we'll have a special guest right here, a brand new mamey tree that he pulled up and put in the ground for us.
You better believe it, man.
Welcome, Jabez. Welcome back, man.
Man, it's good to be back, man. You know what I mean? You call me Jabez Mango Seeds too now. I got a goal to bring over 1 million fruit trees to America, and I'm not playing. We starting right here in South Florida.
That's right.
This mamey tree right here, this is tree number 13 that we dropped off and we put in the ground. If you never had mamey before, Jordan ain't never even had mamey. I told him about it. It's like a brown fruit. It tastes like sweet potato pie in the middle,
That
bruh.
sounds like heaven. I can't believe it.
Bruh, it's dope.
So the last time we was here, you talked about the cookbook, and we talked about all that holistic eating and eating healthy, losing weight. But we didn't talk about the mango seeds. I think that was something you would tease for us. So
Yeah.
maybe share a little bit more about how that journey's been going. But actually, before that, let's check in on how the book sales been going. How's the journey?
It's crazy, man. We had about 20,000 books sold.
Wow.
Our whole family life's changed, bro.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. Like, you know, I just went viral on YouTube now, so I got like 125,000 subscribers.
125,000?
Bro, in 7 days.
That's insane.
A week ago, I think I had like 800 followers. Probably 9-10 days ago, I had 800, and then I put a post up, and it jumped up to like 1,200. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put up one short a day. I was hearing Gary Vee talking about it. You talked about it. People was telling me, bro, just put up shorts. And I put up a couple, but I wasn't consistent. And I decided to just use my old content, put up the shorts. And one of them hit for like, so it's like at 5 million views right now,
That's
man.
insane.
And it's just been going up, and I've been putting up 3 a day. Once I started to see the traction, I was like, okay, let me put up 3 a day.
Yeah.
And I've been putting them up. So that's going now.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So now it's just my foot on the gas. We coming into the holiday season. You know, we got Thanksgiving right around the corner. Then we got Black Friday. Then we got Cyber Monday. Then we got Christmas. Then we got New Year's. Everybody trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
So I'm gassed up, man. I'm gassed up about it.
That's so exciting. I mean, just to see the growth, even just on this podcast, like from the first time we had connected, you was just getting started. You announced the book. We learned about your story.
Yeah.
Then you came out with the book. You was promoting it. Then it just took off on Instagram.
Yeah.
Now we on YouTube with it. And I think YouTube is a much better media form, because now people go on YouTube to engage. They want to learn. They want to get in the comments. And I was even reading the comments on some of your posts, and they was like, I love this dude's energy. Like, this is the kind of shit that I need.
Yeah,
so I just
man.
love what you got going on.
I appreciate it, bro. It was so dope the way we met. I always talk about it, man, because it was so genuine, bro.
Yeah.
I was out there doing petitions to legalize weed in Wynwood, and I was selling my brand, Brilliant Minded.
Yep.
This was before I was writing the book at the time.
Yeah.
And why I respect you so much, bro. I told you before, but he was with his girl. He was with his girl at the time, and it was like, you wasn't the RoboCop type. You feel me? You stopped and you chopped it up with me. You didn't feel weird. It didn't feel weird about it. You feel me? Both of y'all shopped. You know what I'm saying? And then you told me everything that you had going on, and we just connected.
Yeah.
And we've been locked in ever since, bro. You was telling me at that time how you was gonna get the podcast
Yeah.
going. Then you got the podcast going. Then you went viral with the podcast.
Yep.
It's a trip. My dog got a new house over here sitting on the lake.
Crazy.
You know, it's a trip. What can happen, man?
We even talked about it. It was earlier this year when we had Hot Wheels on. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm trying to get the studio going so
Yeah.
we can record at the crib and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
And that shit came together.
Yeah, man. This is
nuts.
dope, man. It's
So
love.
dope. So let's talk about Jabez Mango Seeds, because how did that get started, and where did you find the inspiration to do 1 million seeds in America?
Well, you know, I came out with my goal. It got into my spirit to shift my mindset from hustling and chasing money to bringing people value. So, you know, once that got into my spirit, my mindset shifted, and so I went to thinking, how can I help people? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I believe the book did so good, because that's where my genuine mindset was at when I wrote it. And it's funny, since my mindset been like that, like the money just been coming to me way easier now. It's a trip. But so that from that goal, I wanted to set a big goal. So I figured, let me try to help 1 million people get down to their natural body size and stay there for life. So then it was one day I was sitting back. I've been, you know, when the pandemic hit was really when it started birthing. I never forget the day when I went into the Publix and it was like no food left in the grocery store, bro. It was crazy. It was in the early pandemic.
Yeah.
And it looked like, you know, when a hurricane comes and it's just like empty, but
Stores,
it was
yeah.
worse than that. And I was like, whoa. So I went to Walmart, same thing. I went to the other Publix on the other down on the other side of our neighborhood, same thing. And I got spooked. I was like, man, from going home that night and I went to thinking like how dependent I am on the grocery stores. I didn't have nothing growing. I'm like, bro, I live in Miami. I could grow things year round. I don't got nothing going for myself. And I went to thinking, if I would have been growing, even when this happened, I could have made it work. Like if I would have been prepared for this, like it ain't like I got space and opportunity out here.
Right.
So anyways, that's where I started thinking about it. So that's when but I didn't know nothing about growing nothing. So I started experimenting just in little pots. At that time, we was living in a townhouse. So I started experimenting, and then, you know, once the book started taking off, and then my whole thing is eating natural food options, you know, getting away from the chemicals, getting away from the processed foods. And I germinated a avocado tree. And the avocado tree was growing, and I put it in a pot, and it was growing real good. And then I was thinking about how I got a goal to help people lose weight. And then I also in 2020, I also took on giving 10%. You know, so like I pay myself 10%, and then I pay Yahweh, who I pray to, the God of the Bible. So I tithe 10%, but the way I do it is I give to people. So when I give to people, it's like I'm giving to the creator of all things. So if I give you something, I'm giving it to the creator, because you're part of the creator. So it's like, I feel good about that. So I was thinking, what else could I give besides money? And so then it hit me like, I could be giving out agriculture. Like I could give out something that could produce over and over generations to come. Yeah. And then for some reason, Johnny Appleseeds hit me. And I thought about when I was a kid, I used to love the story of Johnny Appleseeds for some reason. Now I know why. Like I was like, whoever Johnny Appleseeds was lit, because he just went around dropping apple seeds and just growing apple trees all over America. I remember hearing about him, and I was like, dawg, that's so. I read the book. And so I was like, and you know, down here is mango trees. Yeah. And then I was just thinking about how they cut down all the mango trees. Like they cut down, it was around it was in the early 2000s, I remember, when it was like a disease going around in Miami. If you own property, you know what I'm talking about. It was I think they call it a citrus disease or something like that. It was going through the fruit trees. And so the city would come to your house and they'd knock on the door, and you had to let them come and test your trees to see if it was positive. Wow. And so if it tested positive, you had a certain amount of time to cut that thing down. Oh, no. And if you didn't, then they'll fine you. If you didn't pay the fine, they put a lien on your property. Damn. So it was a lot of fruit. I remember when I first moved to Miami, it was the year 2000, bro. It was a lot of fruit trees everywhere, bro. It was star fruit trees, mango trees, avocado trees, orange trees, grapefruit trees. But mango trees was everywhere. It seemed like everybody had a mango tree in their yard. Wow. Look at our brother right here. He got an avocado tree right here and a mango tree right here. Now we're going to have a mamey tree right here. But the point I'm trying to make is, I remember like one day when I was riding, I remember hearing about what was going on with the fruit tree disease, and then I remember probably a few years later I was riding, and I'm like, that's a lot less fruit trees. And so then that crossed my mind when I was reminiscing on it, and I was like, that's when it just hit me, Jabez Mango Seeds. I'm like, you might well call me Jabez Mango Seeds. And then I said it quick. I was with my wife. I'm like, man, I got a goal to bring over 1 million fruit trees in South Florida. I started out with South Florida, but now I changed it to America.
Yeah.
But I got a goal to bring over 1 million fruit trees to America, and I'm starting right here in South Florida. That's how I started, bro.
There's no better place to start. I love that story. I mean, it's like we have a chance to be given free food, basically free food, abundance.
Yeah.
Giving it to people over and over, these trees going to be producing. So it's like, what better gift to give?
We found the avocado seed right here that fell off this tree.
Yeah.
Just by the grace of God, it was a trip. Like, you didn't even know it was sitting right there.
Until we put that in there, I didn't know.
And I just dropped off, before I came over here, I dropped off a avocado tree to Anthony. We picked him out to be a winner. We put an avocado tree in the ground over at his house. And so now I got another avocado. That seed, I'm finna germinate that and grow an avocado tree. And the thing about it is I throw away so many fruit trees and so many things that are reproducible, like kale, for example. You could take the kale and propagate it. With one kale that's growing, you could keep growing kale over and over and over and over. It's so easy. But now it's like we throw so many things away without thinking how we could just take this and flip it again.
Yeah.
So now that's really what I'm doing with Jabez Mango Seeds. I want to put the trees in the ground, and I'm going to turn it into a nonprofit and all that. That's cool. But what I'm trying to do is inspire people to start flipping our resources that we got to our advantage, because it's right here for us. Like, everything really that's in the store came from the ground for free. Everything really free. The natural things that reproduce with seeds, those was put here for us as a gift. You feel me? And we just kind of like, we're getting more and more disconnected. So I'm trying to bring that connection back.
I love that. Free and organic. Like, organic wasn't a thing. Everything used to just be organic.
Yeah, it wasn't even a word. Like, it shouldn't even be a word for it. It's just fruit. You know what I mean?
It should be natural.
Yeah, like vegetables and fruit. Like, that's what it is. Like, yeah.
Not vegetables and fruit and organic vegetables.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what was that first one?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Man, that's a trip. Well, I mean, I think that's just a dope thing. I'm so glad to be a part of it. I'd never even heard of mamey.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of goes back to the pandemic and relying on the government or some other entity to take care of you. It's like, more and more as things get kind of crazy around the world and in the country, it's like you got to be able to take care of yourself. So I think that's a good message you're spreading as well. Yeah, for real. And with the prices going up of everything, the prices is going up because we've lost connection with how to utilize resources to our advantage. There's a big gap in understanding, one, how to, like, I'm about to be 41 years old. I've never owned a piece of property. I've been renting my whole life. You feel me? And so just look at that. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people that look at me and think that I got all these followers. I've never owned property yet. I'm going to soon. But the point I'm trying to make is there's a big gap in understanding on how to do things like this, how to procure property. And then there's a big gap of understanding because how reliant we are on grocery stores and restaurants. There's a big gap in understanding of how to grow food. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that hard. Right.
It's really not. Once you start doing it, you're going to have to get your bumps and bruises and you're going to lose some plants or whatever. I went through that. As to this day, right now I got the avocado tree behind my house. A whole bunch of mites got on it, like these little bugs, and it's killing the tree. I didn't know what was going on. I thought the tree was just shedding leaves because it was fall. But it was these little black bugs up underneath the leaves. And they're saying now I got to spray it down with neem oil and water or whatever. The point is there's little things like this that come up. But we wasn't taught these things. So the only way to really learn is to get out here and start growing things and see as the season change, how the plants change, and just it'll start to make sense.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing to do with your family too. Get your kids involved, because I think we do need to get into like a tradition of we know how to use the land at least a little bit. You know, it's like the same thing with you. I'd never grown anything until I came down here. Somebody gave me a banana plant. I named him Brian.
Nice.
And I named him, so I'm like, all right, I'd let a plant die, but I ain't gonna let Brian die.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
so I got, I had Brian, and I brought him from the old house over here, and kind of like you said, like he got ants one time. I looked up, I'm like, damn, Brian got ants. What do I do? Put some cayenne pepper in there. They went away. Yeah. So I want to put Brian in the ground soon too, because he's supposed to be a banana plant. Man, I went to, you speaking of these bananas, this is a banana called, I got to remind me to tell you, I just went over, shout out Ready to Grow Gardens over here by FIU. I went over there. It's a banana from the Philippines, bro. It's the sweetest, most fruity banana I ever had. What is it called? I got to tell you, bro. Is it blue? Is that the blue one?
No, it's a small banana like this, and they're yellow, but it tastes like almost like fruit punch, bro. It's like a sweet sweet, fruity banana, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I got to tell you what it's called, man.
Wow.
But I'm finna get some of them trees. I'll put you down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We about to have a whole nursery like I was talking about earlier.
We're going to put it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. This is incredible, man.
Yeah.
Like, I love the whole vision because people getting healthy, people eating right. Like, that's a message that needs to be spread. And then the fact that people are gravitating towards it, I can tell is what we need. I remember I was traveling. I've been traveling a lot. Everywhere I go, the majority of people I see are overweight.
Yeah, bro.
Like, not even a little bit. And I work in the education industry, especially like teachers, administrators, people who have high stress jobs.
Yeah.
They not in shape. They not eating.
Well,
good.
look, this was me, man. This was me right here in 2014. I was 100 pounds overweight. You know what I mean? So I know what it's like to gain the weight. You know what I mean? I just didn't understand. Like, I just was eating off what I had a taste for. That's how I was trained. Like, I feel like pizza, I went and got the pizza. I feel like burgers, I went and got the burger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or another thing that I paid attention to was the price. You know what I'm saying? How much does it cost? And, you know, along the line, it got into my mind that healthy food is expensive, which ain't even true. It is a truth, but there's also healthy food that's the same price as the non-healthy food. And there's also healthy food that's free.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's all mindset, you
Yeah.
know? But yeah, man, you know, that's why when I noticed the same thing, I was looking at people, what they was buying, because I started reading the ingredients, and that's what everything is built on. You know, people think I'm a vegan now because I'm putting out a lot of content, especially when it comes to cooking, where I don't show any meat on the plate because I'm not really eating that much animal flesh like I used to. I do fish. If I want to, I'll do steak, I'll do chicken, but I do steak and chicken maybe once or twice a year max because it messed my stomach, it messed my energy up now when I eat it. I like how it tastes, but I hate how it make me feel now.
Yeah.
My body changed, bro. So then, but people think I'm a vegan. You know what I mean? And I'm not. I'm a naturalite. That's why you see I got my shirt on.
Tough.
That's why I think it's dope we out here in nature right now.
Facts.
Because a naturalite is someone who focuses on reading the ingredients and knowing what's in it and choosing natural options. That's what a naturalite. Some eat meats, but a naturalite sees the wisdom of getting off the animal flesh. But some, you know, everybody's not there yet. But you know what? I don't agree with the definition of veganism. I respect about getting off animal products. I respect that, but I don't agree with the fact that it's not in the definition that you can't eat chemicals and heavily processed foods. So that's why I came out with the term Naturalite, and it's actually, you know, we're going through the trademark process and all that.
Nice.
We got the Naturalite weight loss community that we're building out in Kajabi right now. We got the Life Matters, so Let's Eat Like It family cookbook. It's a Naturalite's guide to losing weight, 62 Naturalite recipes in there. And so, you know, we just getting it going, man.
That branding is beautiful. I always feel like I'm a naturalite too, because I did start eating meat more, but I only go for like organic, free range meat. You know what I'm saying? It's like you taste the difference and you feel the difference.
Big time.
You feel
Big
it.
time.
Like when you start to make your own meals as an adult. I mean, I'm a young adult. Cooking, it can suck, but it can be fun too.
Yeah.
But you really do got to pay attention to the things that you're eating. And once I started to pay attention, I started eating less. First of all, I was like, wait, I don't need to eat 3 square meals a day, wake up eating the Eggos with the syrup. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to do all that.
Yeah.
I started eating less and then eating much more natural. Even when I go out to eat, I'm like, let me just elect for something natural. Let me get the whole flour versus just the white flour. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the brown rice rather than the white rice. Like, it's simple things that really kind of contribute to that lifestyle.
And it make a big difference, especially over time. That's what, you know, with people that I've coached and people that I've helped and myself, like, that was dope.
Oh, yeah, they just flew over to...
Yeah. But for me, when I stopped eating the unnatural foods and I've started eating natural consistently, the biggest thing that happened for me was I gained control over my emotions. Because I had bad anxiety. I had bad depression that I would deal with. And I would have, like, outbursts of anger that didn't even need to happen. You know what I'm saying? It was when I started eating and I got off these chemicals, man. When you start reading the ingredients of your food that you eat, and you'll start to notice big, long chemical words. And then when you start to do your research on potential side effects, you'll see a lot of them is psychological. And then when I stopped and I switched out for natural versions of the same thing, I was still eating the same thing. I just didn't eat the for example, like if I'm going to eat a pizza, I would go get a frozen pizza that was on sale or whichever one I want. Now I make sure that now when I go and I look at the ingredients, I want to make sure it uses a natural flour that wasn't enriched, and I don't want to see big long chemical names in there. And I pick those pizzas. You see what I'm saying? And from doing that consistently over time, what happened was I was probably 2.5, 3 years in of being consistent. I remember when it hit me like, damn, when was the last time I was depressed like that? And I was like, man, when was the last time I had anxiety? I used to get anxiety bad, and it was getting into my spirit just because of trauma that I've been through. Because I've been around shootouts and all type of, I done seen some crazy things. So I thought it was like, I thought I was getting anxiety because of trauma. It was usually when I was in public spaces, I would get anxiety or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I got off those type of foods, it took a while, but I remember thinking back, it had been like a year. And since that, this was back in I realized it probably 2017, 2018, I haven't dealt with it since.
Wow.
And the only thing when I really reflected, what was I doing different? The only thing I really was doing different was I stopped eating all them big, long chemical names that was inside of the food. That's how I know in my spirit there's a connection. There's a connection between these big, long chemicals and processed foods and our emotions.
Absolutely. I mean, have you seen the movie They Clone Tyrone?
Yeah.
I mean, when they had that scene where they go to chicken, they go in the lab, and they're putting this like dust on it that's making people like euphoric and addicting to it. Like that stuff to me has an element of truth in it, because I mean, how many people are addicted to hot Cheetos and Takis and a Popeye sandwich, a Chick-fil-A sandwich, or whatever it is? And you're right, it's them chemicals be having you feeling all types of ways.
It's pernicious, bro.
Very
you
pernicious.
Ever heard, you know about that word pernicious? It's evil, wicked in a subtle way where you wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, because, and I was just talking about this when I went live earlier, like, I experimented with dope throughout my life. You know what I mean? Like, so I know what it's like to take something and have my mind altered. Smoking, drinking, pills. I did all of that. You know what I'm saying? And so that lets me know that substances can alter my mindset.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to dope, it make you feel it. But there's levels to it. Like, you can be affected in a way where you don't feel high to where it's noticeable like that. Your energy might go up a little bit, but it's not like you zooted or nothing. But then next thing you know, you arguing with a loved one, and then you can't even remember what started the argument. Next thing you know, you're trying to remember something that just happened and you can't really remember it. Next thing you know, your creativity going down, your energy going down. These chemicals, I believe this in my spirit. It's like, it don't hit you like, you don't even notice it. But if you keep taking them over and over and over again, now you got depression that you got to deal with. Now you got anxiety that you got anger problems that you got to deal with. People arguing over nothing. And next thing you know, people shooting. I'm telling you, a lot of it you could trace right back to the food. I know it in my spirit, man.
And you know what's crazy? We've had all these shootouts and mass shootings in America, and people are always like, what's going on? What's going on? I do believe with the pharmaceuticals, the things that's in our water, the things that's in our food, it definitely affects the way that people act and lash out like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it when I was working in the schools. Like I said, them kids are eating Takis and hot Cheetos 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
All hours of the day, eating the gas station sausages.
They hooked. My kids hooked on it. I was just telling you about my son, man. Yeah, we had to go. We went in his room and found a big stash, because I don't let my kids bring all that gas station food to the crib and fast food and all that. If y'all gonna eat that, you got to use your own money, and it's outside the house. Yeah. I've been gradually putting down rules, and I'm telling them because I love you. Like, I don't, but they hooked.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's addictive, man.
And that's scary. It's like, I got the kids on everybody.
I'm telling you, that's when they get us, when we kids,
when they're
man.
kids,
and then how you know, look, when you go in the gas station, look at the coloring of the packaging. It's always bright.
Cartoons.
Bright cartoon-looking colors. That's how they catch us when we young.
And that, again, it goes back to pernicious. Like, they really preying on kids to get them hooked on these chemicals so they'll have customers for life. Then you get obese. They want to sell you this. They want to give you the vaccine. They want to do all types of stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And you know what? It's one thing to be the things you're consuming in your body, but you're also consuming things with your mind and your eyes too.
Oh yeah.
And you think about what they've given us with the phones. I'm addicted to my phone. I already know.
Oh yeah. Big time. Me too. But I'm using it more smarter now, and you use it smart too. Like, we're more intentional. The phones can be used for good or bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's the direction that you use, and I talk to my kids about that. It's better to be using it as a tool to learn and grow and, to promote and market. if it weren't for my phone, I would not be in my position that I'm at. All the money I make right off my phone.
Yeah. And you've been hustling with that phone.
Oh, yeah. But, and then also it could just be a blind entertainment, just to be entertained. And that's where it gets scary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all about that intention. Like, what are you going to really use it for?
Exactly, bro. Man. Exactly.
Let's talk about some of the response to the book, to the videos. Like, how has that been? Talk about, like, the community that we're building. Like, what are some of the testimonies or, like, good stories
that's crazy, man. Shout out Hatib. He lost 100 pounds.
100 pounds? Oh, wow.
Hatib lost 100 pounds, man.
Shout out to Hatib.
He grabbed the book right when it first launched. And, I mean, there's so many of them. You could just go on my social media and just look at the comments. You know what I mean? You can go on Google and look at the Google reviews. You can go on Amazon and look at the reviews. I mean, we got a lot of testimonies. We get emails. We just got a before and after picture that blew my mind.
Really?
About 3 days ago, my wife showed it to me. A lady sent in the before and after picture and just giving me all type of things. It feel good, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and it's really not that complicated. That's why the book is thin. It's not that thick. I made it very easy to understand. You could sum up everything that I do in 2 words, man. Eat natural. Choose natural. It's not really complicated. It's just you got to be intentional and you got to read the ingredients. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I lost 100 pounds. I mean, there's a little more to it than that, but I mean, that's basically what it came down to. I became intentional about being aware what I was putting in my mouth, chewing up and swallowing. And it bled over into other areas of my life, and the benefits bled over. That's why we're starting the community that we're starting, because I want people to be to have a network of people that's thinking the same way, and to have a network of people we're gonna hold each other accountable. It's gonna be dope, bro. Like we're doing every day we got a meal plan in the community.
Nice.
So we got a daily meal plan. We got every month I'm gonna be going live during the community to do Q&As. Where I'll be able to answer questions. So it'll be coaching once, every month, and then it's gonna be cooking every month that we do. Where we all have a recipe, so everybody got time to get the ingredients, and then we all get on a Zoom together, and we cook at the same time. We prepare a meal together. Because I feel like when it comes to a lot of us, I know for me, I didn't really want to eat healthy food, because when I did eat healthy food, a lot of times I didn't like the way it tasted. But if we can make unnatural processed dead flesh taste good, we can make healthy natural options taste good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we can make food that don't even have no vibration in it taste amazing, we can make the food that got the vibration in it taste amazing.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. That's why there's a lot of people want the cookbook. We already got over 1,000 people that's saying they want the cookbook. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, a lot of us just don't know how to cook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
So that's why we doing it like that. And then, so it'll be a community and then we're going to have the digital learning program where they can go in there and they can get the schooling as far as being aware of the principles and how to choose correctly and, the whole philosophy of everything, how it's put together. So I'm gassed up about that. All that's dropping within the next couple of weeks. You'll be seeing all the links pop up on all my different platforms. So it's going to be dope.
Man, that's exciting, man. It's like every time you come on, it's always something new. That shit is, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at you doing the same thing, bro.
I can't wait.
That's how we're supposed to be doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that's consistent in life is change.
Facts.
And you want to be going up rather than down. It's real simple. It's real simple.
Bro. Facts, man.
Wow. I just can't believe it, man. Like when I reminisce on how we met and like get into this moment, like it really it has me like feeling crazy. Like
trust
we
me.
literally said it and it happens in real life. Like, that's powerful. Like that's
It's
the
real.
whole point of the podcast is that you can say things and then go out and do it and change your life. Like it's
man,
crazy.
me and my brother just met random and did, remember we was flying the plane the other day?
We was flying up.
Shout out Cedric, man. Let us fly. Shout out Cedric,
shout
man.
out to Cedric.
And everything he got going on, but he got his own plane. 27 years old, bought his own plane. He a brother. He came and scooped us up. We jumped in the plane. We flew from Homestead to the Florida Keys down to Marathon.
Had some lunch.
Yeah, jumped out. We got a crew car. We went and ate lunch. Drove back to the plane and flew back. Man, it was dope, man.
That's so
super dope.
That's so crazy. No, I mean, shout out to him. I want to do something similar, like we doing right here outside recording with him.
Yeah.
I'm about to just change the battery in that camera right there.
I seen it. Yeah, man.
You about to get that plaque and all. I'm jealous. I gotta get my shit.
You get a plaque? How many you need for a plaque?
100K, you get a plaque.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
But they gonna send it to me? How that work?
They're gonna send it to you. Yep.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be lit.
You get the I don't know if I think it's the silver one, and then you get the gold one when you hit 1 million.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was just 1 million. I didn't know it was 100 racks.
Yeah, 100K. You get a.
Oh man, I'm finna get the plaque.
Yeah, you about to be legit.
So how they know who to send it to? I gotta go in there and.
You should. Are you a partner now? Because I know it happened so fast. You probably got to apply to be a partner.
Yeah, I think my wife just did.
Yeah, so they
But it
probably
was
gonna see that and that little process, and then they send it to you. Usually it's automatic. Like right when you hit it, boom, it's in the mail.
Oh, that's live.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
I'm trying to get up there too. I mean, I think
you're gonna get there, bro. It's just a matter of time.
yeah, I've been, you know what I'm saying? My shit been growing like crazy too. One thing I want to transition to is kind of like how you doing. You make your own content. Most of my shit I've been, meeting people, interviewing.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like I want to be able to get a foundation of like I do something. You know what I'm saying? Like I do this. Like I got this podcast. I've been talking to creatives. This is episode like 73.
Yeah.
Now I finally feel like I'm somebody worth listening to because I've done it. You know?
Yeah. No, you definitely somebody worth listening to, and you out here, helping kids, bro. You traveling the nation. Bringing value to the school systems. I mean, there's so much that you're doing. All you got to do, bro, just start throwing things against the wall.
Yeah.
Any idea you had, just record it and put it up as a reel and a story. And then when something hit, shout out China Mac. He the one that put me up on this. I interviewed him in a quick interview one time. You know China Mac?
Mm-mm.
He's a rapper, man. He got this thing going on with Crip Mac right now. They running around going nuts. But
really?
Yeah, he's super dope. But anyways, he was like, when it comes to content, you want to just throw things against the wall. And when you notice something get more views than what you usually do, focus in on that. Whatever the topic was, focusing on making different points about that same topic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for me, it's the food, it hit. It's the Jabez Mango Seeds hit. Anything about agriculture and growing things hit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I notice when I tell a story that have a point, they hit. And I like to tell stories and then have people to send the video to somebody that you want, that you, for example, I did a story about a father and a son, and the son had a coin. And he told the son to take the coin to the quarter store, see how much they'll give it to him. Told him 25 cents. Told him take it to the pawn shop, see how much the pawn shop would give him. The pawn shop told him to give him $250.
For real?
Then he told him to take it down the street to the museum and ask to speak to Eddie and ask Eddie how much he'll give it for him. And Eddie said he'd give him $250,000 for the coin. So then I say, the point is, the dad told the son, I want you to understand, I'm going to give you this quarter when you pass, but it's not about what you got. It's about knowing what to do with what you got. And then I say, I want you to send this video to somebody that you want to see get everything they deserve for what they got. Dope. So then when you do little content like that, it make people want to send it to somebody because now that person that see it, they like, okay, such and such want me to get everything I deserve for what they got. That's dope. Then they'll send it to somebody. They'll send it to somebody. Then you go to, you feel me? It's not about me.
Yeah.
It's about the principle. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shout out Dr. Delatoro McNeil, man. He's one of my mentors now. Delatoro McNeil. He made the Speakers Hall of Fame. But he the one that told me the principle of walking with the tiger. And so it's an old proverb in Africa where they noticed it was a jungle in the jungle. It was a village in the jungle, and the tiger had a baby right alongside of a monkey that had the baby. And the baby tiger and the baby monkey started hanging out immediately. They became friends. And so throughout their life, everywhere in the jungle that the monkey went, the tiger was with, and vice versa. They was always with each other. Well, the tiger eventually ended up getting with another tiger, and they had a family. And every once in a while, the monkey would vibe with the family, but they separated. But nobody ain't never messed with that monkey because they knew he was friends with that tiger. And so how that relates to life is the tiger is the principles. So that story is the principle is know your worth, or it could be a story where the principle is be honest, or the principle is stand in morality, or the principle is family and the power of unity. Whatever the principle is, when you walk with the tiger of that principle, now it's not about me. What I'm speaking on relates to the principle, the tiger that I'm walking with.
Right.
People like that.
Yeah.
So trust me, if you start being intentional with that, it'll help you, bro.
No, I'm very intentional with that. That was a real gem. And I do feel like I got the skills, I got the voice, and I got, the editing skills now to do it.
Yeah, nah, you there.
Yeah, there ain't nothing. It's just time to hit it. It's time to hit it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm walking down this creative path. I just got to I've been just getting my confidence up. Every step has been building my confidence so I can really stand on what I'm saying and deliver in a way that can add value to people.
I'm about to start doing genuine connections with Jabez.
Ooh.
So I'm going to start it out on YouTube, like doing a live, and I'll go live with somebody, and I'll do like a 20-minute. I want to keep it short, but it's just a genuine conversation with the intention to bring value to the listener.
Nice.
So I want you to come on, you feel me?
Oh, I love that. That would be another full circle moment. I would love that.
Yeah, genuine connection with Jabez. I just wanted to, the tiger that I'm walking with genuine connections is it's not about the views. It's not about the money. It's about genuinely connecting with a person where if I'm going through something, I could call you and then we could talk about it. And it's just about having a genuine connection. I feel like with social media, there's more, like, I got access to so many people, but I'm not really connected to that many of them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I would rather be connected to a handful of people where I know I got 100 people that love me, and is genuine, and if I need something, I could ask, and if they need something, they could ask. You feel me? And if I got a question about something in life, I can go to them and I can get information. And it's just because we want to see each other do good.
Yeah.
So that's the principle I'm walking with, is the principle of unity and connection, and trying to bring more of a desire to want to genuinely connect with people for the purpose of bettering each other's lives.
I like that.
I don't want it to be to where it's one-sided. I want you to know I'm bringing value to the table, and I want you to know, listen, I got to bring value to the table. You feel me? So that's what it's all about, man. Genuine connections.
That's dope. I mean, we have, like you said, we got followers, we got subscribers, but to really connect with people, it takes a conversation.
Yeah.
It takes vulnerability.
Yeah.
And it takes a mutual willingness to be like, hey, like, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Let's make this real.
I'm finna get out here and I'm finna do what I gotta do, because then I see you doing what you gotta do. So when we have an idea, I'm gonna do this, and this, and then you good at this, you could do this, and this, and let's make it happen.
Bang.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
I want
like that.
genuine connections with those type of people. I don't want people that's always like, well, what do I do for this? What do I do for that? I don't mind helping people.
Right.
There's people. There's another principle of the 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. You ever heard about that one?
Mm-mm.
Where a third of the people that you hang out with, you help them to become better. A third of the people that you hang out with, you're on the same level, kind of like me and you right now in life. We're on the same level. And then a third of the people that you hang out with are people that are doing way better than you.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? I want to make genuine connections with people. A third of them I'm doing better with, a third of them that's doing just as good as me, and a third of them doing way better.
Way better.
You know what I mean?
That makes a lot of sense. Yo, you dropped hella gems this last 10 minutes. That shit was nice.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Tell everybody where they can find you at.
So you can find me at Jabez_Invest on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I got 2 TikTok pages. I'm about to go in on my second one. Is Jabez_L_invest. And then, I have all the links up. When you look under my profile picture, that's where I got my links up. If you want to shop, if you want to connect, email us at brilliantmindedllc@gmail.com. That's the best way to connect. My wife checks those, and I check those every day.
Dope. All right, Jabez. Appreciate you, man. It's good chopping it up, as always.
It's all love, man. Prayers up, blessings up.
Yes, sir.